again. So today I'm going to give you a few things you can do to really work your abdominal muscles in all different ways. We want to try and work them in flexion, try and work them in a neutral spine, and in lateral flexion as well. So we're going to start off in 4-point kneeling. So coming onto all fours, you're going to have your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. We're just going to start off with a nice cat stretch to begin with. So taking a nice big inhale and then exhale as you mobilize that spine, really rounding all the way up. Take a nice big inhale here and then exhale as you slowly release your spine back to neutral. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale and then exhale as you round your spine vertebra by vertebra, starting at your lumbar, then your mid-back, and then your upper thoracic, and finally your head. Good, let's do 1 more. Big inhale. And then exhale as you round. Inhale here. And then exhale as you release all the way back to neutral. Let's go straight into tucking those toes under. We're going to do some leg pull front hovers to begin with. So you're just going to hover your knees just off the mat and then lower down, maintaining a nice neutral spine as you exhale and lift, inhale and lower. Good. Going to go for 2 more. And last one. Beautiful. So now let's add on to that. Let's make it a little bit more tricky. So we're going to come up into our hover position. You're going to try and keep your pelvis nice and stable. And then we're going to lift one arm up and try and touch the opposite shoulder and then change sides. So straight into it. Hovering up, find your stability. You're going to bring one hand across and then change. And change. And change. And change. Try to keep that pelvis as stable as possible. Last 2 and last 1, and then lower your knees down. Just sit back onto your heels and release your wrists. So you might find that it's easier to lift one arm up than it is the other. That's absolutely fine. We're all stronger on one side, but it's nice to have that awareness of where you are stronger. Going to come back into that position again. So again, nice and stable in 4-point kneeling here. We're going to now come into a hover, and then you're going to bring your right hand forward and your left knee forward. So reaching forward and back, forward and back. So you're alternating as one hand and the opposite knee travels forward. Again, you're trying to stay really stable and neutral through that spine. Good. Last 2 and last 1. Beautiful. Lower down, release your knees, and then just release those wrists. Okay, next we're going to go out into a full plank position. We're going to do a few things out there. To start off with, we're going to do some leg pull fronts where we lift up one leg and lower and change sides. Coming back into 4-point kneeling, and then step one leg back into your plank position, and then the next. Nice long line position here. You're going to lift your right foot up, then you're going to push through your left foot as you point your right toes, travel forward and lower down. Lift your left foot, push through your right as you point your left toes, travel forward and lower. Let's alternate and speed it up. If the foot coordination is too much with you pointing and flexing, you can just leave the foot in one position, but try and travel that body weight backwards and forwards. Last 4, 3, 2, and last 1, and then lowering down, sit back onto the heels. Give those wrists a little rest. Okay, next we're going to come into another one of my favorites. We're going to go from a plank position into a side plank, into a side bend, back to plank, back to side plank, and then back to the full plank. So when you're ready, 4-point kneeling, step 1 foot back, and then the next. Find your plank position. You're going to transfer your weight onto your right arm as you lift your left arm up. Then you're going to try and laterally flex, lift your left hips up, reach your left arm overhead, Come back to your side plank, bring that hand down, and then transfer your weight onto the other side. Right arm comes up. We lift up and over into a side bend, back through your side plank, and then back down into your plank. Let's keep going. Side plank, side bend, plank, and down. Other side, side plank, side bend, plank, and down. Good, let's do 2 more to each side. Plank and side bend, plank, and down into your side plank, side bend, your plank, and down. 1 more to each side, and down. Last one, side plank, side bend, side plank, and down. Lower the knees, sit back onto your heels again. Okay, let's go back up into your plank position. This time we're going to do some mountain climbers. We're going to go quite slow, so I want you to really focus on trying to maintain your nice neutral spine position. Try not to round too much as you bring one knee in towards your elbow and then replace it back into the plank position. Let's go back up. So step 1 foot back, then the next. So now you're going to draw one knee in and then change. In and change. Try and keep everything nice and still as you alternate sides. If this feels comfy and you feel like you can maintain your plank position, then you can start to speed it up. Last 4, 3, 2, and last one. Lower your knees down and then just release back. Beautiful work. Okay, that's enough in our plank position for now. We've worked lots in that neutral spine, lots in a prone position as you are looking down towards the ground. Let's go into some flexion exercises. So you're going to come down and lie down onto your back here. Okay. So let's start straight off with my favorite ab series. We're going to start off with your single leg stretch. So you're going to come into your imprint if you need to. If you can work in a neutral spine, by all means stay in there. Then you're going to bring one leg up into tabletop and then the next. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale as you curl up. Then we're going to go into single leg stretch. You're going to reach one leg away and then change, change, change. And breathe. Looking good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Bring your hands behind your head. Opposite armpit is going to reach towards that bent knee, and then you're going to change and change and change. So here, rather than going for speed, I want you to focus on trying to bring your armpit towards that knee. So don't think elbow. I want you to really bring that whole shoulder over to really work those obliques. Last 3, 2, and last 1. Beautiful. Stay here. Bring your hands behind your knees. See if you can pull yourself a little bit higher here. Make sure your pelvic position hasn't changed. We're going to go into double leg stretch. You're going to reach your arms and legs away. Circle your arms back to those knees. Reach and circle. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. 4, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Hold it here, hands behind those knees. Pull yourself a little bit higher, legs reaching up towards the sky. You're going to split the legs into scissors and pulse, pulse, change. Pulse, pulse, change. So here I want you to really work that leg that's going away, making sure that stays nice and straight. It doesn't matter if this knee that's coming towards you bends a bit, and you don't need to bring that knee towards your nose. Really open the hip. Last 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Bring your knees into tabletop and come all the way down. Fantastic. I guess you're about ready for the 100 now. So we're going to come into the 100 next. You can choose to leave your legs in tabletop. If you wish to extend them onto a long diagonal, by all means go ahead. If you want to work between tabletop and the long diagonal, then please go for that as well. Okay, so when you're ready, you're going to take an inhale and then exhale as you curl up. You're going to reach your legs out onto the long diagonal or keep them in tabletop. Arms reaching long as you pulse and breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In and out. In and out. In and out. That's halfway. Keep breathing in and out and out. Last 20. Hold it here, bend your knees in, and then slowly lower all the way down. Place one leg down, and then the next. All feeling good? Fabulous. Okay, so from here, we're going to come up into a seated position. Let's do a few roll-ups first. So you're going to reach your arms overhead. Make sure you've got a nice rib cage connection here. So as you lift your arms up, you're not letting the rib cage pop. You're keeping nice and connected. Going to inhale as you reach your hands towards the ceiling. Nod your head. Exhale as you slowly come all the way up. Reaching forward. And then inhale as you come back. Exhale as you lower your spine all the way back. Inhale as you reach. Exhale. Let's go for 2 more. Reaching up. And back down. On this next one, we are going to stay all the way up. Good. Come up into a nice tall seated position. You're going to place your feet on the mat with bent knees next. So sitting up nice and tall, nice vertical spine to start off with. We're going to go into neck pull first. So your hands are going to come behind, neck pull prep. Hands are going to come behind your head. You're going to take a nice big inhale here. Exhale as you round your spine back. Inhale to hold. Exhale as you fold all the way over your legs. And then inhale as you restack nice and tall. Exhale as you round. Inhale to hold. Exhale as you come all the way over. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale round. Good, let's do 2 more here. And last one. Okay, reaching the arms out in front for obliques roll back. You're going to take a big inhale as you round and reach to one side. Exhale to bring it back up. Inhale, round and reach. Exhale, nice and tall. Exhale, inhale, round and reach. Exhale, nice and tall. So try to make sure that your knees are staying in the same position. Try not to let that pelvis rock. You'll be able to see it if your knees start to move from one side to the other. Means you've maybe gone a little bit too far in your roll back. Good, let's go for 2 more. Beautiful work. Okay, let's just have a nice little break here. So sitting up in a nice tall seated position, arms are going to come out to the side. We're going to do a spine twist, but when you twist, you're going to bend that elbow that's going backwards. So you're going to have 3 little exhales as you twist. 2, 3. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. 2, 3. Last one to each side. Last one. Beautiful. So coming back with the mat behind you, we're going to do rolling like a ball next. So you're going to find your C curve and come into your C curve. Again, I want you to feel like you're sort of coming off the back of your sit bones and that you're not just collapsing into it. You're really actively pulling your sternum towards your pubic bone. You're going to then bring one leg up and then the next. So you should find it nice and easy to balance here. You can have your hands on your shins, under your knees, or out to the side. Then you're going to take an inhale as you roll back and exhale as you roll forward. Inhale to roll back, exhale to roll forward. Good. So depending on where you're doing this, it can be more challenging if you are outside on the grass, where it's a little bit lumpy in some places. It can be a little bit more challenging than on a flat surface. It's a lovely massage for your spine here. Good. And then you're going to go for one more. Beautiful. From here, we're going to do an open leg rocker. So we're going to keep enjoying that spinal massage, but make it a little bit harder for your abdominal muscles. So your legs are going to come apart, and you can either have your legs extended or you can have them bent with your knees just behind your hands just behind your knees. So you're going to start rounded here. You're going to roll back and up, and then you're going to find your balance and lift your chest. Round your spine again to roll back and up, and then lift the chest. So you're changing your spinal position when you come back up the top from a rounded spine into a J curve, into your teaser curve. Good. So if you want to add a little bit more from here, when you come up and balance, you can also extend your legs, and then you can bend again to come back down and up. Extend as you lift your chest, and then come back down and up. Extend and back. Let's do one more. Rounding back and forward. Lift and extend. Draw your legs together. Place your legs down, and then let's come all the way down. We'll finish off with a few teasers. So you can pick your feet position for this exercise. You can have your feet down on the mat. You can have them up in tabletop. You can have them on the long diagonal, or you can go for a little bit of a mixture of whatever feels good for you. So find your starting position for your legs. Your arms are going to reach up overhead. You're going to take a nice inhale here as you reach your arms towards the ceiling. Exhale as you nod your head, rolling up. Find your balance as you come into that J curve, lifting your chest up and then rolling back down. Good. Inhale as you reach your arms up. Exhale as you roll up to balance. Lift the chest and then coming back down. Teaser is not a position that my spine likes to be in. So I find this exercise quite challenging. My hips do not like it at all. So it's good to do it. You can play around a little bit with those legs. And then you're going to do one more. And then you can stay up. Just bring your feet down onto the mat. Have your legs apart. If you need to, you can bend your knees here to sit up taller through your spine. We're just going to have a spine stretch forward. Inhale, and then exhale as you round forward. Inhale as you restack. Exhale as you round forward. So a nice little massage for your diaphragm here. If you like, you can hold it down for a couple of breaths. Really working on breathing through the back and the side and the front of your rib cage. There we go, all done. Hope you enjoyed your ab session. Give me some feedback, let me know if you liked it, let me know if you want more, and I'll see you guys